Hello, my YouTube world. This is Johnny Moe coming to you with a very special question and answer on marketing. I just did a video about keeping your trucks clean, as clean as you possibly can, and I had a question about my website. And I've never talked about this, but I'm going to talk about this now. And as for me, I don't think a website is your best choice of money to market your business. You're going to be like, oh, what? You know, honestly, guys, you know, I have a website, and I'm going to show you how I use my website in marketing. But honestly, you know, I got to be first on Google or serve. You know, I'm not even the first 100 pages of Google, and I don't really care. You know, here's the thing: unless you want to be 200 to 300 to 400 accounts, you do not need to have a website like that in that manner. If you're going to grow 200, 300, 400 accounts, that's a different story. You're going to need to market. You're going to need every aspect of marketing. Or if you own a landscape business and that's all you do is landscaping, you need to be marketing all the time. But when you have a recurring service, you generally don't need to do that. Now hear me out. Here's the reason why I say that. Most of the people on here that are watching me are generally a solo operator, or you might have a guy with you. You generally are not running two crews, that I've noticed anyway. You might have it, but you might not. So generally, you need about, a solo operator is going to have 45, 50 accounts, and you're already maxed out. I mean, you're maxed out. It doesn't matter if you have a website or whatever. And you're not going to grow anymore because you're totally maxed out. So you basically need about 45 people. So here's what you want to do. I mean, do you really want to spend $1,000 on your website and then $1,000 even more to get your name on top of Google and have a company make sure that you stay there and pay them that monthly fee when you're going to have 45 accounts? Really? I mean, it doesn't make sense. I mean, it's funny. Guys don't have backup zero turns or anything like that, but they're putting thousands of dollars into a website. It's ridiculous. You know, make sure you have your equipment. Make sure that you can do the work that you're advertised to do first. You know, I do look at a lot of websites, and they look very impressive. Like, I looked at a guy's website here recently. Man, it looked impressive. I mean, it looked like I would buy off this guy. I really would. But then I kind of look at his equipment, and I kind of look his style and the way he does things. I'm like, you don't match your website, dude. You can tell that you didn't do your website. And then all of a sudden, a guy comes up, they look at the website, they give you a call, and then you show up, and your stuff's all junk. It's like misadvertising. And I don't suggest a website. Me personally, I'll tell you what I do with my website. It's very basic. All I did really was use WordPress and basically just write some stuff, throw some pictures up, and you know, we're cutting grass, guys. We're cutting grass. Now, here's where some beneficial of a website is. When you're doing very high-end excavating, you know, doing some retaining wall work, that's when a website can really start punching you some dollars. But let me explain to you, I mean, cutting grass, I mean, do you want to put thousands of dollars into a website just to get your phone to ring when you're going to max out? I mean, let's say you have two crews. You need 100 customers. You mean to tell me you can't generate 100 customers by lettering your truck, lettering your trailer, looking professional, doing good work? I really don't think you need a website in the lawn care business. Just my opinion. And I know there's people out there going to get so upset and they're going to scream and like, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, whatever. You know, that's fine. Unless you're going to grow your business between 200 to 300 accounts, if you need that much, then you're going to need to market. Or if you want to be at a high-end construction company or, you know, hardscaping, you're going to need that because that website will pay for itself because you only need to generate a couple calls and you've already got over $100,000 worth of work. That's huge. So that's the caveat to this. But if you're just mowing and trimming some bushes, you know, put the money back into your business. Buy better trucks, buy better plows, buy better mowers. Make sure you have backups to everything. You know, nothing's worse than you having one truck and it's in the middle of the growing season and it's broke down and you can't get it fixed fast enough. you need 2 trucks. You need 2 Zs. You need 2 of everything. Let me show you how I use my website. My website has probably generated me about $120,000 worth of work. How I use it is, and it's probably not even in the top 100 pages of Google, and I don't care. How I used it is if I was doing a bid, and then let's say it was a $20,000 contract, and this is a true story, I signed a $21,000 contract, and how I landed this bid, honestly, was through my website. I say, hey, listen, go check my website out. If you have any questions, you'll see some pictures of work, you'll find a little bit more about our company, and you can go from there. Another way I also use my website is I get a lot of questions in the lawn care aspect of it, especially in the fertilizing end. Right up front when I sell lawn care, I say, you want to check our website, www.johnnysmowing.com. Type that in, go to it. It answers some of the questions. It leaves some of the common questions like how much should I mow, how high should I mow my. I put all those frequently asked questions, and it eliminates the phone call. Because they can go onto your website. If they have a question, you can email me through the website, and I can get back to you a lot quicker. So I use it in that manner. Like, it's pretty professional when a lawn care company, you tell a company, and the people who are really impressed by it are usually the HOAs, if you want those, or the very large commercial aspects. When you're doing commercial work, you want to have a website like that. But to spend thousands of dollars in that arena, when honestly, if you're going to do that, now listen, if you're going to do that, I encourage you to do it. But you need to do it full bore. You need to know that you're going for the gusto. You need to know that I'm going for 150 accounts, 200 accounts, I'm going for broke, I'm going for it all. You've got money to burn, and you're going after it. If you're doing that, I highly suggest you. But if you're not going to grow, you don't need a website to get 45, 50 customers. You can do that by lettering your truck. See, what happens is when you letter your truck, you're going all around town, and people see it, they call you, or, just they see you all over the place. And people they notice it. And I can tell you I generate a lot of leads off of it. Honestly, my phone rings, I'd say every day. Every day I get I can't take on any customers right now, and so I just dish them off to other people. But honestly, that truck and trailer really generates a lot of calls. And being professional. Now, if I get a call and I think it's something that fits my niche, like the very high end, I want to be in a high end neighborhood that has money, that can afford to have you take over their property. And what I mean is, like, I'm the guy in charge of the property. I make the decisions whether I cut, whether I trim, what goes on at that property funnels through me. And if it's not something I do, I bring in the next person instead of them finding someone else. I can subcontract it to someone I know is not going to try to steal the rest of the work. So I'm taking care of every aspect of that property, and everything else is funneled through me. That's the kind of work that I want, the very high-end stuff. And I like sitting on a zero turn and mowing. Say I'm mowing a $40 lawn, and I could be mowing a $25 lawn in the city. They're both going to take me the same amount of time to do by the time you weed whack, blow, load the trailer, and go. Or I can sit up in the developments, mow a $40 to $50 lawn, and it's going to take me the same 35 minutes or so. So I choose to ride a zero turn, sit, go up into the developments, and then I can sit there, I can fertilize it, I can prune the bushes, throw some mulch down, and do those types of things. And then I can eliminate, not having to take a $1,000 a year customer as opposed to taking a $4,000 a year customer, which is much more profitable, and you don't need as many. You're not running from job to job to job. You can actually sit in one place. But as far as that website goes, I just don't use it. I don't need it. And I suggest, if you guys are starting out and you're trying to drum up business, I don't suggest you put thousands of dollars in a website. I just think it's you're throwing your money away. It's not a guarantee that it's even going to work. I bet you any money, if you ask the guys on the forums or on the YouTube, like, how much money has it generated for you? How many leads has it really generated for you? And you'll find that it's probably not even that great. and the next thing I want to talk to you, if you're going to go the website route, make sure that your website doesn't misrepresent who you really are. Because if you pull up and you're not equipped to take care of the account, and they'll pick it out right away. I mean, like I said earlier in the video, I looked at this one website and I was like, and I knew what the guy was using to cut grass. I seen his truck, and I'm kind of like, I would be ticked if they pulled up and I made this phone call, and I'm like, are you serious? Because it was worded really well. You can tell someone who does a bunch. This was a cookie cutter website. It was just someone who probably got the name off someone else, and this person does a whole bunch of websites, and I will guarantee that he words everything the same across the board. I can tell it's a guy that does websites for all over America, and you could just tell the wording, the style. I'm like, this is cookie cutter. This isn't original. This isn't anything. This is fake. You know, it's misrepresentation. Might get the phone to ring, but you won't keep the jobs long enough to even really consider. So my deal is, you know, if you're going to go big time, go big time. Do the big website. Get your name up there on the Google. But if you are not, and you only need 45 to 50 accounts, or if you're running two guys and you need about 70 to 80 accounts, you can do that without spending the money on that website. I mean, you can put together a website good enough to you know, if you're approaching a bid, you say, hey, here's my website, go check it out. Any of our questions or some pictures might be able to answer any of your questions, or you can call us at our office, you know, sound really professional. But honestly, guys, we're cutting grass, you know. To have a big, huge website, I don't think so. That's my opinion on it. I mean, you know, let me know what you guys think. Maybe you guys have different experiences, but really, I think that you should put the money more in. I can guarantee you this. I think my trailer was about $1,000 to letter, and maybe $1,100, somewhere in there. I can't remember, but I've generated way more leads. And then when I go to a bid and that trailer's pulled up, they're looking at it and they're like, "Whoa, this is nice." And you'll get more. You'll close more deals because the next guy coming up, you know, got rust around the fender wells, and you know, trucks, you can't park them in the driveway because they're leaking antifreeze or leaking oil. When they pull away, there's a puddle of oil, and you know, the muffler just sounds like it's about to fall off, and you'll whoop that every time. I don't care if he's $5 cheaper than you a cut. You're going to whoop that because when you pull up, you can tell. You know, like, hey, listen, if he doesn't care about his truck, he's not going to care about my lawn. He's not going to care about my landscape, because I can tell you, job after job after job, the book of business I have here north of Pittsburgh, it's phenomenal. There are guys that would love to have this book of business, and you know, it's professional. It's when you walk into the neighborhoods, they do look at it and they're like, yeah, that was my lawn guy. You know, keeping up with the Joneses is a real thing. You know, I think it's a stupid thing, but it's a real thing. I think when people pull up and they like to see that professionalism, they like to see the nice stripes, you know, everything's weed eated properly, and you know, that's your best marketing as far as I'm concerned. When you hand someone a business card and you look professional and your equipment looks professional, you're going to close more jobs, just hands down. And go back and look at my bid package. My bid package I put on there. I actually submitted a bid package today on a fertilizing account, and I got the count. And the bid package I used, and listen, seriously, when I handed it to him, he's like, whoa. That's what he is, whoa. Wasn't expecting this. You know, so now you got a nice truck and trailer sitting on the road. You just hand them a professional bid package, and you know the next guys that came in, they probably wrote the price on the back of a business. I'll do it for this much. And I didn't even make it home, and he was back on the answer machine saying, yeah, go ahead. It's yours. That's professionalism, and it's just a little bit of things, you know, a sponge, a rag, you know, a bid package, and that's your best marketing. And then good work, good quality work. So, and the guy I got today was a referral from someone else who said, I do excellent work. Excellent work. that's where it's at, man. All right, guys, you have a good one.